Hello and welcome. My name is Ben and I'm a sales engineer here at Datto. Today we're going to be showing Datto SaaS Protection. Datto SaaS Protection is the easiest and simplest way to protect your Office 365 or G Suite accounts. In today's session, we're going to be running through Datto SaaS Protection for Office 365. Datto SaaS Protection is built for MSPs to be able to help their clients and to be able to provide them with enterprise level protection. Now, included in this is OneDrive, Mail, Contacts, Calendars, and SharePoint backup for Office 365. So, let's get started. On my screen at this moment in time, you will see my Datto Partner Portal. Now, the Datto Partner Portal is more than just a place to be able to manage all of your Cirrus, Alto, your NAS appliances. You can also manage your networking, which is a video that Tim will be running through. Furthermore, you can also protect your SaaS accounts here. Now, if I click on Status and then SaaS Backup Status, you'll see here my domain that I am protecting, the alderon.online domain. If I want to be able to access my Datto SaaS Protection, all I have to do is click on the link just there, and it opens up this lovely tab for me here. Here, I am at the home screen for Datto SaaS Protection. I can see my OneDrive, my Exchange, and my SharePoint. I can see how much total data I'm using in the Datto cloud, the amount of active users or active sites that I am protecting, how many restores, backups, or exports are currently in progress, as well as when was the last backup date, the first backup date, has anything not been backed up within the last 24 hours, and then finally, has anything never been backed up. This is a really powerful screen for some simple reporting to be able to give you an overview of how your client is doing. Jumping into my Exchange section, you'll see here I have a list of my users. These are the users that I am currently backing up with Datto SaaS Protection. You'll see at the bottom I have Luke Skywalker, because we are quite big fans here of Star Wars. Looking into Luke Skywalker, I can see a root directory of all of his mailbox. And what we're going to do here is click on Inbox. From clicking on Inbox, I can see all of the emails that Luke has received that have been picked up and backed up by Datto SaaS Protection. So I'm going to select an email by George here, and I'm going to click Restore, because I know Luke's just lost this file. From here, I can restore it to Luke Skywalker, or I can restore it back to any other account that I am backing up using Datto SaaS Protection. Now, what that means is that if this user no longer exists, you can restore it back to, say, their manager or the person who has come in to take over their role. As this is just showing you how the solution works, I'm going to restore it back to Luke's account. From there, I'm going to click Restore. You'll see on the right-hand side a restore has successfully started. And then if I click on my Restores tab, you'll see in a second it's just loaded up with each of my restores that I have ran for this account. So you'll see Luke Skywalker snapshot selection, because I chose an individual file. It's completed one of one files. It was 66 kilobytes in size, and it took just about 1 second to be able to restore that one email back. So let's actually have a look at this email inside of Office 365. Right, we're in the Office 365 Outlook account for Luke Skywalker now. And on the left-hand side, you'll see that it says Backupify Restore. Clicking inside of this folder, we can see that it's got an inbox. And clicking inside of Inbox, we will see our email that we have just done a recovery from. What this allows is for your end user to be able to get back up and running really, really quickly. Going back into my Datto SaaS Protection account and clicking on Exchange, we're going back into our user selection. There are a few more options to show here. I can export, so I can export the individual emails, or I can export whole folders to be able to be downloaded locally, and I can also run a backup now. With Datto SaaS Protection, we take a backup 3 times a day. It roughly equates to morning, noon, and night every 6 to 8 hours. If I click backup now, that does not count towards your 3 backups a day, so you can take as many manual backups as you would like. One final thing to show under Exchange, and these points obviously follow through for the OneDrive and the SharePoint piece, is the snapshot functionality. As mentioned, 3 backups a day, morning, noon, and night. We need to be able to go back through those individual backups for each day. That's what this snapshot selector allows us to do. By going on to our snapshot selector, I can choose a date, and I can see my individual snapshots here. Jumping into a snapshot, I can restore back how an email or how my mailbox looked at a set point in time. This is great for protection against ransomware. If ransomware was able to get in and infect all of your emails in the cloud, you're able to recover back from a previous snapshot that you may have taken. Jumping over now to our users section, you can see here I have 3 ways to be able to add users into Datto SaaS Protection to be backed up. I've got the auto add right at the top, and it scans my domain at the start of every single backup to automatically add them and make sure that they are truly protected. I've also got the add users functionality. This is a more manual process. It's great for the smaller clients, so you can be much more granular and much more sure as to who you are protecting. And then finally, we have the user list upload. You can upload a CSV file of the users or even the shared mailboxes that you would like to be backed up. This is great if you're able to do an export from another system. From there, we also have a remove users function. So this is great for managing your licensing and to stop backing up users if you would need to. Finally, under admin, we can create multiple different administrators to be able to manage these accounts. If your client has a dedicated IT team, what you can do is create the head tech an account to be able to do their own restores, saving you guys time as well. Now that we have shown you Datto SaaS Protection, what does this mean for you and why do you need it? This solution is a simple way for you to be able to protect your users from issues ranging from ransomware to even accidental file deletion. Microsoft in the past have recommended using a backup tool for your data in Office 365, as they're expected to keep the service up and running, but not necessarily the data inside of it safe. That's down to you guys. Ransomware is becoming more and more threatening to not just physical servers, but Office 365 as well. Well, thank you for listening today, and if you'd like some more information, please do speak to your local sales rep.